Finding out about the first farmers and herders. These practices, which were developed by the early humans, gradually turned them into farmers and herders from nomads. Archaeologists have found evidence of early farmers and herders. These are few sites in the map that you can see that some of the important sites are located in the northwest, Kashmir in the east, and South India, which provided or which were the base of the early farmers and herders. There were proofs such as tools, there were proofs such as bones of animals and food grains as fossils were found by archaeologists, which gives us the evidence that there were farmers or herders, even gatherers, who settled in these sites. One of the most exciting finds include burnt grains and bones of different animals towards a settled life. Now, as these practices developed, people started making their houses, people started raising animals as their own. They started settling in life. They did not have to migrate from one place to another. They did not move frequently as they used to do earlier. Now, they stayed at one place. They fed themselves, they arranged their food at the same place. So, our historians, our archaeological facts confirm that the traces of huts, houses, kacha houses were found in places like Burzaum in Kashmir and the other different sites which are located in the map of India. They found the evidence of fire, they found the evidence of tools which were used in order to grow crops, in order to rear animals, in order to hunt. Gradually, the weaving of cloth began. The early humans used to wear leaves around them, but as they developed, as they evolved, as the thinking process involved, and at the same time the harsh climatic conditions which were changing, they made the human beings, they made the early humans realize that they need something to cover their body in order to protect themselves from the outside environment. They started to weave cloth. So the cloth, the early cloth that they wove was made from the bark of the leaves, from the bark of the trees. Hunting and gathering still continued. It is an ongoing process, but along with that, farming was also discovered. Farming became a major practice. So the image of new stone tools and earthen pots used by them give us the evidence that they started developing new practices and a new way of living life. As we have discussed till now, that the early humans, they started to settle in. Instead of migrating and moving from one place to another, there are a lot of sites around the globe that give us the evidence and the proof of these settlements and the habitations of the early humans. So, we'll have a closer look at one such site, one such place and about the living and dying of the early habitations here. So, as you can see in the map here, there is a place called as Mehergarh. So, can you locate Mehergarh in the map? It is right here. So, what is Mehergarh? Mehergarh is a place where the archaeologists and historians found the fossils, found the evidences of the settlements of early humans. This is a site which is located in a very fertile land, which is located in a fertile plain, which provided as the best habitation, best location for the humans to settle in. People could grow wheat, barley, rice, they could rear sheep and cattle because this was a fertile land and it was a form of a grassland which provided all the resources to them. Many kind of animal bones were discovered from this site, as well as the crux of the houses, the fossils of the houses were also discovered. The fossils and the land positions show us that the houses built by early settlers were either in the form of square or rectangular. Houses had usually 4 compartments which were used for storing grains. So, The early settlers, the early humans use houses not only for living, for protecting themselves, but also for storing things such as food, for raising their animals, etc. So far what have we learnt in this chapter? We saw that why did the early humans migrated from one place to another? How did they discover fire? What were the different stone ages? For example, the Paleolithic age, Mesolithic age and Neolithic age. At the same time, we saw what is the process of domestication and how it changed the life of early settlers and how it allowed them to settle at a one given site instead of moving from one place to another. So, I hope you liked this lesson and you will be able to study it further. Thank you so much.